You're tired, right? Tired of trying to change and falling back into the same old patterns. You've watched videos, made plans, promised yourself this time will be different, but nothing ever sticks. Here's the brutal truth. It's not motivation, willpower, or discipline that's failing you. And there's something that most people never talk about, and it's the key to lasting change. 6 months ago, I was stuck in that exhausting loop, trying to change for years. And then I made one drastic change, and everything shifted in my life. And if you want real lasting transformation, listen closely. I'm about to share the most painful truth and 5 simple practical steps that you can start using tonight and change your life forever. But first, here's the brutal truth most people never face. You want to change, but your old identity won't let you. You can't become disciplined if you still see yourself as someone who procrastinates. You can't feel confident if you keep shrinking inside. You can't stay consistent if you protect the part of you that gives up when things get tough. So what most people do? They try harder. New habits, new plans, more motivation, but that never works. Why? Because the old self is still alive, holding you back every single time. If you want to really change and become a whole new person, your old self has to die completely. Because change doesn't come from motivation, it comes from an entirely new identity. 6 months ago, I let my old self die. Every excuse, every habit, every thought, every pattern, and rebuilt myself from scratch. And that's when everything changed, and it starts with the most important step. Step 1. Bury the old self. You can't keep feeding the same version of you that procrastinates, overthinks, and chooses comfort over growth. That old self is holding you back. So here's what you do. Grab a pen and a paper. Write down every habit, every thought, every behavior that belongs to your old identity. Be honest and be ruthless. I won't lie, it's tough to look in the mirror and face all of your flaws and mistakes, but that's when real change started for me. Remember, this old version is no longer in charge. You have to let it die completely, because change only happens when you stop protecting who you were and start building who you want to be. Tonight, just take the first step. Bury the old you. Let go of it completely. I understand it's painful, but it's also the beginning of everything new. And once you have done that, it's time to move on to step 2. Step 2. Define the new self. Stop saying you want to change and get crystal clear. Write down who you're becoming like a movie character. What habits, what traits, what values do they have? How do they handle challenges and make decisions, and how they move through the day, and write every single detail down. Make this new identity clear, real, and challenging. For example, I wrote that in 1 year, I would be a morning person who exercises daily, eats healthily, drops all the bad habits, finishes what I start, stay consistent and disciplined, and maintains balance in mind, body, and soul. I also created a similar vision of where I want to be in 5 years. This clear vision makes your new identity real. It's your roadmap to becoming the person you truly want to be. Now that you know who you want to be, step 3 is about showing up as that person every single day. Step 3. Act as if. Here's the truth. Change doesn't happen overnight. It happens through small daily actions that match the person you want to become. Act like that person every single day. Dress like they would, walk with confidence, speak with purpose, and make decisions that fit your new identity. For example, despite having a full-time job, I work out daily, eat healthy, have so many hobbies, and manage my time carefully so that I upload on YouTube every single week. This isn't about waiting for motivation. It's simply me acting as my new identity. It's not about faking it. It's about choosing to live as your new self every day. When you consciously act like it, the person that you want to become will start to show up. But acting as your new self means removing what's holding you back. And that's where step 4 comes in. Step 4. Remove the comfort traps. Hear me out. Your old self doesn't die because you try harder. It stays alive because your life still makes it easy to go back. Easy distractions, bad habits, messy environment. These are the traps pulling you back into the same old version of yourself. So if you really want to change, you have to remove all of these traps first. In my case, I set strict app timers on my phone. I block my day in advance for every area of my life and prep my meals for the week so I don't waste my energy deciding every day. And my whole environment is built to help me actually win in all the areas of my life. So when it's time to do the work, workout, or anything, I don't negotiate with myself. I just do it. And that's the power of changing your environment. It makes the right actions easier and the old patterns harder. And once the traps are all gone, there's one final step that ends the old you for good. Step 5. Stop negotiating. When your old self says just one more day or I'll do it later, remind yourself constantly that that person doesn't exist anymore. Instead of arguing, take immediate action that fits your new routine. For me, that means following my schedule. When my calendar says workout, I work out. When it says work, I sit down and just work. Even if it's just for 5 minutes, I don't negotiate with myself. I just do it. Because every time you hesitate, the old you wins. And real change starts the second you stop negotiating and you just simply do. If you want to change your life, motivation isn't enough. You need a funeral. You have to let the old identity die to become someone new and better. And remember these 5 steps. Bury the old self. Define the new self clearly. Prove it daily with your actions. Remove the comfort traps that hold you back. Stop negotiating and act immediately. So the real question now is, are you ready to bury who you were and rise as who you want to be? If you are, comment funeral below. And if this video hit you, the next thing that you need is being consistent with your new self. Watch this video next.